Plaintiff Laura Collins says she dated the defendant for 2 years, and they lived together despite the fact that the defendant was controlling and abusive. Laura claims after they broke up, they continued living together. But one night, after she came home from a date with another woman, the defendant attacked her. Laura is suing for property and harassment. Defendant Jackie Porter says the reason she and Laura broke up was because Laura started having an affair with her boss, who's with Laura in court today. Jackie claims Laura moved out of the apartment they shared while Jackie was at work, and she denies owing her for anything. Jackie's countersuing for rent.
Start with you.
Thank you, sir. In 2005, me and Jackie began dating. About a year into our relationship, she became very controlling and abusive.
How so?
She would always need to know where I was, always needing to know who I was with. She would accuse me of cheating. In the summer of 2007, I decided to break up with her, and I started dating someone else, and she became enraged about that. I went away on a weekend trip with my girlfriend at the time, and when I came back, Jackie started yelling at me. She pushed me down on the ground.
Were you all living together?
Yeah, we were living together. And she started...
And you went off on a trip with another woman?
Yeah, I was dating the girl because I had broken up with Jackie.
You broke up? You didn't think to break away from that apartment?
I had nowhere else to go.
What about that girlfriend? Did she you should have stayed with her. You chose the wrong girlfriend, huh?
Yeah, I didn't move in with her because she lived an hour away and I had my nephews I was taking care of. I watched them Monday through Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It ain't no excuse. That girl wouldn't let you stay with her. That's what that was. Was she?
No. I was nice. I'm a very nice person, and I loved her, so, I let her stay.
But when she ran off with that woman on the trip, what was
that? And I was... I was upset, but what could I do?
Well, she said you jumped on her when she came back.
No, I didn't jump on her.
That's what you can do, huh?
No, I didn't jump on her. We had a fight. She has a very bad temper, and she would throw things, and she broke a lot of my stuff that day she came back.
That's not true.
Why did she break your stuff? You hadn't done anything.
She has a very bad temper.
I didn't break anything of yours.
All right. What else you want me to know other than you were living with her as a couple and then you ran off with another woman?
After that, my girlfriend broke up with me because she couldn't take the harassment of Jackie.
What did she do?
She would just call my girlfriend at the time and just harass her, tell her that she needs to leave me alone because me and her were still together.
How's that harassment? Just a FYI. Or heads up.
Yeah.
Or warning. You're suing her for personal property, but allow me to have her give her version of the friendship.
First off, Your Honor, I would like to tell you that she's telling you a bunch of lies. It's kind of funny. The real reason why we broke up, and we didn't break up in 2007, but for a little while, she got back with me after her other girlfriend broke up with her. The real reason why is because she decided to sleep with her boss, which is her witness. Brittany was her boss at a Halloween store, which, whatever.
So anyways, you said she sleep with anything got 2 legs and 2 arms?
Basically. We were best friends through high school. She's the first girl.
So a bunch of people lined up with arms and legs, and you, never mind, I'm just kidding. Just having fun with you, right?
She was the first girl I've ever been with, ever fell in love with. I have her initials tattooed on me. Right. It wasn't perfect, but, I wanted to make it work. I was in love with her. I thought everything was going good until Brittany came along. In August of 2008, we moved into basically a house. In September of 2008 is when she started working at the Halloween store, which Brittany was her manager. And on November 7th, which happens to be my best friend here, her birthday. While I was at work, Laura decided to pack up all her stuff and leave without telling me.
Let me allow her to, she's suing you about this, so she should give her side first. The personal property that you're suing for, how did that come about? What happened?
The rent was $950, so we just split it 2 ways.
$475 per person. Now, what happened to cause you to sue her for personal property?
She changed the locks on me. So most of my belongings was in the apartment still. I tried to get them back by going to the apartment manager, and when I talked to him about it, he said he called to let them know that we were on our way over, and by that time they had changed the locks back to the original locks so that the apartment manager didn't think that they had locked me out. So when we went over there, I was gathering some of my things. Mr. Barnes left, and then at that point, Jackie told me that I needed to get out of the apartment because I had no right to be there.
What things did you leave?
I left some few
Do you have a
items.
list? Ma'am, why don't you tell me about the refusal to allow her to get her property?
She had numerous times she came when her girlfriend was at work and things like that to come to the house. She has everything that she wanted. I mean, she took everything. I don't have anything left.
Ma'am, total personal property, you're suing $100 for 5 pictures of Marilyn Monroe?
Yes, sir.
I didn't withhold them from her. She never asked for them. She's not into Marilyn Monroe.
Can I have some of the Marilyn Monroe portraits, please?
If we could be civil, that would be fine.
Yeah, that's what this is. If we can be civil, if we can have a civil marriage, then I'll give you your things. Is that what you said?
No, if she could be civil with me, her girlfriend has threatened me numerous times. I can't even be her friend because she.
Get over it. She's not coming back.
I don't want her. I don't want her.
You've been saying I love you ever since you've been in here.
No.
I love her. I love her. I love her.
Your
She
Honor.
hadn't said it one time. She got a new girlfriend and she got the boss.
I got a new girlfriend.
So you need to leave her alone. So, leave her alone.
I've not tried to contact her.
Do you have a new mate yourself?
No. That's my best friend.
I'm sorry.
You know what? My girlfriend's at home. I felt no need to get her into this drama.
All right. Okay. You wanted to speak, ma'am?
Yes,
Come
sir.
on up. State your name.
Brittany Helton.
What do you want to tell me?
First off, Your Honor, I was Jackie and Laura's boss. They both worked for me. Laura became my friend through the month and a half she was employed. It was a seasonal store that ended in November. I hired Jackie in, and I witnessed numerous times she wasn't there to actually work. She was there to make sure that Laura wasn't fooling around with anybody else. Laura would confide in me every time she'd go home. She would show up the next day to work with a new bruise or mark on her
I'm so
body
sure.
from a fight. I have a statement from my mother that I brought today that Jackie and her friends called every day.
Ma'am, did you do all this? Go up to her
No.
job. Did you go up there at all?
I worked there.
Did you go up when you weren't working?
No, sir.
To check on her?
I had 2 jobs. No.
All right. And
She
you
had
never
broken
made
up
all
with me.
those calls?
No, sir.
All right. So these people who are going to give me these statements are lying. Termination fee for what?
Yes, because I wasn't living there since November of 2007. And then in July of 2009, I got a statement from the apartment complex saying that I owed over $1,600 in rent.
How many months were left on the lease when you moved?
10 months.
All right. How long after she left did you get a replacement roommate?
I didn't.
All right. Well, you have an obligation to do so within a reasonable amount of time. Reasonable amount of time would be about 3 months, and typically. So you would owe $475 for 3 months. And your termination fee was how much once again?
$670.
$670 for the termination fee that you were responsible for because she also breached the lease. And these are the letters you have to prove your harassment. So I'm granting you $670 for the termination fee. I'm granting you $100 for the Marilyn Monroe pictures. And I do believe, based on some of this, that there was some harassment, not the $2,000 that you're asking for. I'll grant you $500 for harassment. And I'm going to grant her $1,425 on her counterclaim for unpaid rent. Good luck to you, lady. That's my judgment.
I don't have anything to say. I'm glad it's over, and I hope that I don't ever have to deal with her ever again.
She showed up at her dead nephew, her 4-year-old nephew's funeral, made a scene in the parking lot.
That's really funny. That's really funny because you know what? I took care of them too.
And you have nothing to do with them now.
Fight, but you never knew them. You never knew them.
I know them now, and I take care of them now.
Really?